All right, let's test this thing out. So it's August 19th, 2024. And first video in this series, we'll see. Basically what I did is I told ChatGPT that I like to play chess, but I don't have much to offer. I thought of just starting a channel to keep me more focused. I doubt if anyone would watch it in the beginning, because I wouldn't. I don't know, maybe I would. My thought was to just start, and over time I would begin to develop more ideas to make the channel interesting. I also thought it would be great motivation to see someone go from 700 rated player all the way up to a 2000 rated player. Now, this is just honestly, I don't have a lot of confidence in myself, I guess. I probably need to work on it. Maybe that's one reason starting this channel might be good for me to actually say it out loud that I would like to achieve this rating. And I used to just say one day, if ever in my lifetime I could ever hit that, I would be happy. But now I wonder, I really wonder if I'm selling myself short. So anyway, um, Chat GPT says basically, good idea. Go ahead and start it. Here's some ideas, what you can do. And like this would be video number one, obviously. I think I already did say the date, right? August 19th, 2024. Yeah. All right. So anyway, this would be like video number one. And I'm not sure how much of this educational content I would have to offer unless you're just brand new. Which I guess there's a lot of people out there that are brand new. And I guess I probably do know a lot more than they do as far as that goes. But I'm definitely no Hikaru, or I'm not Levy. I'm not, any of these big guys. I'm just a regular old guy who's trying to get back in the game. And instead of playing while I'm drinking and acting a fool, you know, actually take this seriously and see what I'm capable of. So as far as this goes, I'm not sure what I have. Rating milestones. This is a probably a good idea. How to go from 7 to 800, and then I could, show some of my games that I played and go back and analyze them and find out, what mistakes I made. Engagement with the chess community. This is something I don't know about. I'm pretty much a loner, so collaborating with others, having a lot of online friends and stuff, it's just not something at this stage in my development I'm ready for yet. Like I said, I'm pretty much a loner. I stay to myself. I barely left the house in the last few years. So unless it's go to a medical appointment or something, I just don't even get out anymore. So this is something probably um, this might be good for me, eventually to learn how to engage with other people and not be such a hermit. So this is something maybe I can get to. Motivational content. I don't know. I guess share your experiences when you hit a plateau and how you overcome it. I'm a pretty excitable person, so I guess every time I hit a plateau, I'm kind of the guy that's most likely going to be pretty loud about it. You know, might even be a few f bombs, some words. All right. Anyway, mindset and focus. Discuss how you maintain motivation and focus. I think this right here. I think one of the reasons for me doing this could be accountability, not so much motivation. If I tell myself that every day when I sit down to play chess, I'm going to make a video about it, um, I might find that my thinking is a little more structured because somebody might be listening. So that, I guess that would motivate me It'd make me get up in the morning and when I come here to sit down at the chessboard instead of listening to Hikaru in the background while I'm playing my games and just zoning out. This is going to make me think through my decisions and puzzles or games, even if I'm just talking to myself and nobody's listening. Another thing it'd be kind of cool is, um, I guess I should say, on the day when I do um, hit 2,000 and however long that takes, what if that took a couple of years? What if it took 6 months? Whatever it is, I think it would be interesting to go back and look at the very first video I ever did, which would be this one, and see, kind of watch my mind develop. You know what I mean? Kind of see what I was thinking and how did I get there? What was the plan I put into place? So I can go to work each morning with a specific plan. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm already doing it. Live streaming, live games, stuff like Twitch and all of this. This isn't me right now. This is just not something I do. No, chess puzzles. I do these daily. It's one of my most fun things to do. But I'll tell you, even when solving chess puzzles, sometimes I have a tendency to just make moves off the hip. So um, I'll see incorrect, and then I'll make the next off the hip move incorrect. And instead of sitting and thinking it through, I know Levy said one time he told his students just to do 10 puzzles a day. 10 a day? Like I do 10 in like, you know, couple of minutes. But I think the point he's trying to make is by getting those 10 right, your brain's going to really do the work. And I think probably a lot of chess players, we have tendency to just um, goof around, you know. So anyway, with that being said, let me just kind of start and see if I can put together how this would look. All right, so like here's a puzzle, and what I've done in this is I've selected custom. So I went to puzzles, I went custom. And then what you can do here is pick yourself a rating range. And even though right now my puzzle rating is between 1900 and 2000, I like the idea of starting all the way back here. I counted these select themes. There's 56 themes. So my first thought was to go through 3 of these a day. That might even be too much. As you can see right now, I'm on the 18th puzzle for today when I just got this idea to start this channel. But I mean, do you see that? Look, past 13, failed 26. There's no reason for me to fail 26 of these between 12 and 1600, right? This is just me just moving around quickly and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So for the last couple of days, I've been up here, advanced checkmates, alekines. I guess Picard calls it Alekhines. We've always called it Alekines, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Attacking castle king and back ranks. So then today it was just on to, man, look at that. Failed 93 past 65. Failed 34 past 11. Failed 7 past 2. I mean, there's a theme here, right? Failed 2 past 0. This I don't understand because I did this. I did several of these. Anyway, so back to basic checkmate. So I'm on this one. Oh, well, they changed it now. All right, so like for instance, first thing I would do is I would just instinctively go here to here, check, without really looking things over, without noticing his queen even. I would just think, oh, this is all just going to be attacking. So of course I'm going to attack. Okay, the escape square is covered here, right? Here, check gives him one escape square. What's another check? Here, obviously, lose my queen. Here, check covers this whole rank, this escape square. It doesn't cover this square. But then I could drop the queen down. Check. Escapes this way. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. Um, it looks like there are places for him to go. I'm trying to anticipate where he would go. Well, there's only one move, right? If I go check, there's only one move. He has to go here. Then so the next question would be, what's my next move? He's on this square. I'm here. This is part of it, like visualization. Oh, well, I mean, there's that. If he escapes to here, obviously, well, no, I was going to say, oh, obviously I win the rook. But see, that's what I mean. Sometimes I get short-sighted. There's a queen right there that would take my queen back. So, sometimes I can't see everything. I'm going to go ahead and say, I think this is the best move. And look at that. See what I mean? Incorrect. Okay. Retry. So maybe it's going to be this idea, coming all the way to the top. Then he's got an escape square here. Try that. Okay, so it says yeah. My next instinct would be here, because the bishop protects the queen. But once again, he runs. Then what? Up again, check. He runs. This looks like a lot of running for him. Now, okay, right now I've got this is all covered, this is covered, this is not covered. This is all covered. So how many checks are there? One, two, something about this. I feel like if I come down here, he'll go clear up. I don't know, it just seems like a cat and mouse game where he's got chances to escape. And I don't feel like I want to let him escape this way. If anything, I want to kind of drive him in that direction, don't I? Isn't that right? Hmm. So check. He escapes here. Check. That. No, I don't. Oh, wait. What about this check? Oh, see, that's what I mean. Okay, right there. That's what I'm talking about. My brain gets so into one thing, and I think this is the piece. I didn't ask myself, how many checks are there? Look at this. There's a check. That covers the escape squares. All of them, right? Yeah. So this has got to be the move. Boom, just like that. All right, and it says, look, 1279. I mean, I beat a lot of puzzles in the 2000s, 1900s. That's that's pretty pathetic if you ask me. 1279. I should have been able to see that quickly, but because I've been out of chess for months and I'm just getting back into it, you know, I mean, pretty basic. You haven't looked at it in a while. And even though this doesn't seem like a big deal, it's probably very boring. That already helped me just to hear myself say that. I didn't even consider the bishop as part of the mating net. Didn't even consider it. I'm always trying to do everything with the queen, which I think is something probably a lot of us new or inexperienced people do. So anyway, that I guess that would be an example. Now let's go on to number 2 and their basic checkmates. So right off the bat, I'm looking for how many checks are there. So I have a knight check here, and it looks like that's just queen, right? So I look to see where I land, and then I see there's a queen on it. That's not going to work. What about, there's a check right here, but here's a knight. He takes. Okay. There is a check here. He takes. Or takes, but most likely he would take here. So it's check. What's the point of that? Now what about here? Look at this. Queen. This piece is pinned. That's a free check move, right? Nothing can take it. Check. This piece is pinned by the bishop, so you can't take back. And that would cover check, and then he moves into the corner. Then what? Okay, so sometimes I can't see everything. That looks like a perfect move to me. Okay, and it says it is. Remember, I said that piece is covered by the queen, so if I were to just naturally take, that would be a mistake because I'd lose my queen. Look at this knight. That probably was a clue. The puzzle was telling me that this knight was going to come into play, because if I come to this square here, I check to make sure it can't get taken, and that's it. 72. Okay. So we got 2 in a row. Thing. Where are my checks? Okay. I have a check here. Rook takes. Rook takes. King takes. That doesn't look good. Check here. Bishop takes. Protected by the bishop. All right, am I seeing that right? And it looks like you are, because it's check, and he's got nowhere to go. Covered by the bishop. This whole rank covered by the rook. So that's got to get. All right, now look at that. It says this is 1437. I mean, if that's the case, that seemed pretty simple to me. Okay. Black to move. And see if I can speed up the process a little bit without getting sloppy. All right, checks. He's threatening to take the bishop. There's a check. Takes. Rook check. Comes back to block. Wait, would I lead with it? No, you wouldn't lead with a queen, would you? Check. Takes your queen. Takes a rook. You take, that's a mess. I think you want to keep this here. Work with this open file. So I'm going to guess that's what we're doing. And that's wrong. Okay. Want me to sack my queen? Is that what it's asking me to do? It is. Oh, because the pin. Because here. Wow. Let's see that again. Yeah, because that's not your first instinct to sack your queen. But it's forcing. I think that's the idea, is they're trying to get you to realize you need to make, well, I mean, this would still be a forcing move. He's got to handle it because he's in check. So had I gone there, check, take. Oh, I see. The whole point is this pin. That is the whole point. Boom, pinned. There, right. One of the themes is pin. All right, so I missed that one. Let's try next. So we have the rook on an open file with a queen. Pretty powerful. So there's a check here, which is safe. Check. He escapes. Rook. Check. Escapes when the queen. Or is there a mate? What about this check? He can't go that direction. He'd have to come back. Then I could come up again, check, drive him. This check could make him come this way. I think in this one I'm trying to lead him back. No, not that. Because escape square. I'm gonna say I'm gonna drive him this way. That was correct. Okay. Now, keeping with the same idea, thinking I want to come this way because I've covered that escape square and that. Doesn't look like there's anything to stop it. So there, and that's it. And look, it calls out a 1490. Okay. So we missed. So this is an example of, I think, what Levy was talking about. I got 4 out of 5 so far, right? I don't know why it gives you checks like this for streaks. It should give you an X to tell you that you actually missed that. But actually, I'm kind of liking this already. I can't imagine anybody would ever listen to this first video. And now it doesn't seem to matter to me because now I'm talking to myself. And that might be what I needed just to slow myself down. Okay, now, so in this one, this is sort of like your ladder mate, right? Except the problem is these pieces are in the way. All of these, normally I would come like this way first, keep them pinched there in the middle, then this way, forcing him to the corner, and then back that way, and then that would be a mate. But since he can escape, now I'm doubled up here. We have the pawn covering this escape square and this square. So if I come up, check, does that drive him? Check. He cannot come forward, so he's going to go back. So when he goes back, I'm going to keep coming with him, I think is the idea. Right? Let's see. So it's either here or here. What does this do? Here forces him away. Is that the right idea? Force him away. Bring this piece. To check or check. And then bring this one up. I'm uncertain here. Let's go with this. Okay. So that drives him back. Now he's all the way back to the first rank. And I've got this whole rank covered. King can't help because the rooks. I come up again. Just going to drive him up. And then I would check again now with the second piece. And these escape squares are covered. I'm going to try that again. And it says, yep, that's the idea. So here to here takes both of these ranks away. You can only come forward, can't. King's there, can't. So that's got to be the move. And it was 1387. All right, 4 more to go. I'm just going to keep. This looks like a smothered mate puzzle. Something like check, discovered. Oh no, you could just take. No, but it's still check here. It's a double check. He has to move on a double check. Right? It's not like if I move here and he takes my queen, you're in check. You can't do that. Equally, if he takes here, you're still in check. So he has to go to the corner. I'm going to say that this is a smothered mate. Yeah, and then it's going to be here. I've had this before. There, and then here. Yeah, smothered mate right there. 1346. Okay, that's good. So on to number 8. So we have check, rook take. This idea, going for like the smothered mate idea again, looks, there's a check, but the problem is then he takes, check, takes, check with queen. And, bishop here's lined up for something. If that means anything. Oh, and the rook. You could get involved. Right now my knight's hanging. So I don't want to develop. I think it's telling me, almost giving me a clue that you need to move that knight somewhere, but I can't. It's pinned. Look, it's pinned to the king. I can't move away. So this is not even an option. Huh. Check queen. Queen sacrifice, might as well call it. Rook takes. Knight takes. King takes. So this one's tricky. Huh. Think it's probably so simple. Probably just overthinking it because I know that somebody could be listening to me and it's making me more nervous. That's another thing too, the nervousness. I was listening to Hikaru yesterday talking about nerves and saying that people lose ELO because of their nerves when they're playing rated games, but when they're just playing for fun, they do so much better. And I know that to be true because when I play a game, I'll almost literally just start shaking. I can't explain why. It almost feels like fight or flight, like I'm in fight mode, and my brain just starts getting scattered. So I think maybe talking this through like I'm doing could actually help with that. So I'm really still not certain what to do. Okay, I cannot move this, so I need to stop looking at this. I'm pinned. So this is out, period. Don't look at it. And I'll do that too. I'll keep forgetting that this is pinned, going, oh yeah, I can move here. Check. Oh, yeah, I can't. Um, Sack takes. Wait, wait. Takes. Check. Was that it? Is that it? Check. Takes. Check. Takes. 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 This. Hmm. What about here? Bishop sacrifice. How would this help? Here. I don't know. I'm really stumped on this one. I know in a game I wouldn't sacrifice a queen on this. I'd feel. I just still keep thinking there's something here. Boom, boom. And then what about don't take back with the rook? Come this way. Check. Takes. Here. Let's try that. I'll be damned. Look at that. That's it. It's hard to see because immediately you think take back. But it seems that maybe that's not the idea here. We actually want to come here because it's a forced move and then the rook. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is what I mean. So this has already helped me. Just talking out loud. Boom. There it is. And visualization. Wow, look at that. Okay, almost 1400. Um, wow, that was really instructive to me because I'm able to see my mind able to look in advance. And when I'm playing these puzzles so quickly, I'm not letting my brain look at the idea. I'm just actually just moving pieces around to see what sticks. And it appears that that is obviously not the right way to do it. So, props to Levy on this one. Try to do 10 puzzles without missing one. Well, I've already missed one out of 8. So, room for improvement. So let's go on to puzzle. This will be puzzle number 9, white to move. So this looks to me like right off the bat, I'm thinking the old check and then check again, right? Okay, so this rank's completely covered. Or what about this? This is the ladder mate, check, driving him forward. Check over the top. That would drive him back this way. Then check this way. He's got to come here. So I'm driving him down. Where do I go? Just here. He escapes to this square. Come over the top. Check. There are no more escape squares. Right? I think that's the move. Let's be sure. Check. All of this is covered now. Right? So it's check. He tries to run for it. Here. Next rook comes in. Check. He can't come back to escape. Can't come here, here, here. Okay, that's got to be the move. And here, we visualized it, so let's go through with it. Make sure. And look at that. Just like that. That simple. That's a 1590. Wow. Probably easiest for me because I have done the, what do you call them? The training exercises, the 2 rooks and a king versus king. And I learned the ladder mate and how to do that. Sometimes I'm mostly used to going like horizontally, not laterally. So this is more difficult for me to see stepping someone, across the board like this. Anyway, all right. Let's do 10, number 10. I've already learned a lot. So right off the bat, I see a bishop check, and it would look to me like bishop check, nothing can block, right? Nothing can block. He's got to move to here, and then it's just simple mate right there. So that's got to be it. Check and take. And that's it. 1400 for that. I don't know. Let's do one more for good measure so I can do Levy's 10. I don't know if this will be 10 in a row, but let's just do one more for good measure. All right. So, again, same idea back to this ladder mate going vertically. We're stepping him up. Now he's going to escape into the corner. He's got this to hide behind. Which at that point, I guess I can just sacrifice this knight so that my rooks can keep getting in. So I'm going to guess I'm going to keep this here to protect my knight. And I'm going to take this escape square and check. Okay. See, and like the next idea would be if this pawn weren't here, it would just be simply there. And then you've got both files covered. I think these are files, right? Not ranks. I think ranks go this way. Files. But since this pawn's in the way, now I wonder, does it matter if I go here first? Do I give him tempo, give him a chance to mess up my plan? If I went there, he would come here to attack my rook. That pawn out of the way. Can't come here next move because I would take with the rook. Not there. I'm gonna. This is not forcing, although this isn't forcing either. Oh wait, but if I come here, and he threatens to take, the next move is just simply there, protected by the knight. All right, I think that's probably the idea. I think that's going to be it. So we're going to set it up. That was correct. So see, oh wow, I didn't see that. Oh no, look at this. Forked me. Check. Oh, nothing I can do. Oh, but look, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, it does. Knight covers this square. I take here. I've seen this pattern before. The knight and the rook work together. I'm not really certain it matters where this piece goes, but I'm going to go here anticipating he's going to take. And it says that's right. And I think instinctively in my previous life, I would have just snapped back and taken this. But if I come straight up, see, I was so worried about this file, but the file's covered. With this knight here, covering that square, and me going to here, I've cut this escape square off and this whole file. So that's got to be the move. And there we are. Okay. So, how long did that go? Where's my bandy cam at? Let me see. What's the bandy cam? Did I cancel it or something? No, it's going right there. Wow. That was 42 minutes of me just blabbering on about starting this channel. Hmm. I think it might be a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and save this. I've already done this before with playing some of my card games. Baccarat. Well, I can't, and with even with this channel, I got 600 subscribers, and I mean, it took me a few years because I would never even be consistent. I'd get on there once a year, once every 6 months, and make a video or two. And I just kind of lost interest. And I might with chess, but I think if anything, it's going to be good for me just to hear myself talk out loud. And if that's the case, then that's good enough. Matter of fact, I can record each one of the sessions that I do so that I'm constantly thinking out loud, listening to myself, and forcing myself to be more patient. Also, teaching myself to learn how to speak since I don't talk um, mostly throughout the day. I probably talk a few minutes, unless I've been drinking, and then I'll talk a lot. So I think I like this. I'm going to go ahead. What I think I'm going to do, no, not think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and publish these and keep them unlisted. Wait, should I keep them unlisted or just roll them out and really put myself out there? You know, because my thought is if I just kept these unlisted, then I always have, what am I trying to say? I'm not holding myself accountable because I'm not worried that anybody's going to listen. But if I'm worried that somebody might stumble upon a video and say, this video sucks or you suck, and I'm too worried about that, so that I never publish it, then I'm not putting myself out there. But I probably need to be like Joe Rogan, who says he never even looks at his comments because it just gets in your head. I probably shouldn't even look at comments. Although, let's face it, in the beginning, you do look at comments. And sometimes people can be nasty, and you're just going to have to learn to accept it and man up. So I think that's the right idea. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and stop this now. I'm going to go take a leak, upload this to a YouTube channel, And we'll make this the very first video of the channel. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just do it. All right.